Hi everyone, my name's Sarah and I'm a physiotherapist, and in this video we're going to go over some different exercises to stretch shoulder internal rotation. Let's get started. One of the most common ways that people will stretch shoulder internal rotation, which is this way, is with something called the sleeper stretch. So the sleeper stretch is often described as a capsular stretch of the shoulder, where you can hold it for a long time and get a stretch of the back of your shoulder capsule. It's often been overprescribed and it can make people a little bit more irritated if you do it in the wrong context. So just make sure that you talk to your physio before you start to do a sleeper stretch, because it can put you in that impingement position and make you more irritated if impingement is an issue that you have. But that being said, let's try to start the sleeper stretch, which can be a really good way to stretch shoulder internal rotation and stretch the back of your shoulder capsule. So you can start by lying on your side. We're going to stretch the left arm in this position. So think that your arm is basically sticking straight out away from you, so perpendicular to your torso. And your shoulder blade is set back a little bit. You don't want it to be too protracted, so you're rolled back and your arm is really far in front of you. Kind of tuck your shoulder blade in and bring your torso perpendicular to the ground. Then all you're going to do is use your other hand to gently push down on your arm. So you can see mine's not very good. I'm pretty tight in the back of my shoulder, but that's okay. We can just use this to stretch. You're going to avoid the tendency to straighten your elbow. Often if people really want to get closer to the ground, like they feel like they need to touch all the way down, they'll kind of do this, or they'll start to roll back because it makes it easier if you lose that stability. Try to avoid that. It's fine wherever you are. So just push down with your arm and you can just hang out here. The most recent research has suggested quite long hold times. So they want you to hold for 2 minutes 5 times. If you have the time to do that and the tolerance pain-wise, that's great. I often tell my patients, if you don't have time for that or it's too sore, you can just do what you're able to do. But 2 minutes 5 times is kind of the main recommendation. Another way that's really good to stretch shoulder internal rotation is to use a towel to stretch the shoulder a little bit. So if we say that my left shoulder is the one with the restricted internal rotation, which will be seen as being unable to lift your arm behind your back very high. So say this is the injured shoulder, I'd only be able to go this far. With my left, my right would be able to go quite a bit farther. That's an internal rotation restriction. So what you're going to do is basically stick a towel behind your back. You're going to grab it with the arm with the restricted internal rotation, and then use your good arm to just pull the towel up to help you stretch. Don't go too crazy. If it's sore, you don't have to push too much, but you should just feel a little bit of a stretch if this is restricted.